Hello, third graders. This is Miss McClure again, getting ready to introduce a brand new unit. We're going to start studying animal classifications, or how to classify animals into major groups according to their physical characteristics. In this unit, you're going to learn a lot about how animals are alike and how animals are different. We are going to learn the vocabulary words that are going to be in the animal classification unit. You can see all the different vocabulary words that we're going to be studying have a picture or a piece of clip art that are next to them to help you understand what those words might mean. When you do word slash, you make a connection between two words. The connection can be between two words that are opposites or two words that are different, or it can be between two words that you think might have something in common. For example, I know that insects are also known as arthropods. So I would take my pen and I would make a connection between the insects and the arthropods. Then I would explain my thinking and show why I made a connection between those two words. I might also make a connection between vertebrates and invertebrates because to me it sounds like those words sound similar. And then I would explain in the line next to it why I made a connection between those two words. Now it's your turn, third graders. I want you to try this workout, and you can do this on the slide and then create a text box or write with a pen to show what you know about the connection between those two words. Think back to your experiences with WordSplash. Why did you make a connection between the words where you drew a line? What information did you know already that helped you to make that connection? How did you know that information? Which words did you not know, and what do you hope to learn about them after the end of the unit? Now we're going to think about some animals that we know and what category we think that they might go in. So on your slide, you have a lot of different types of animals down at the bottom. And in the PowerPoint, you can actually move your tiles, but I unfortunately cannot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about each of these different animals and what characteristics do they have that make them different. For example, I could take a toad and I know that it has 4 legs, that it often lives in water and on land, and that it has a slimy outer coating. So I could take this slide and I could move it to the area that says amphibians. So I'm going to just draw an arrow showing you that that's where this particular tile should go. I could also think about a water snake. Because it says water snake, I'm not sure if it is a reptile or an amphibian. So I'm going to put it right here in between my two categories, just because I'm not sure if that's the correct place for it to go. So third graders, now it's your turn. I want you to think about what you already know about these animals, and then move the tiles to put them in the correct category. If you're not sure about one, you can always leave it at the bottom to let me know that you're not sure where that should go. Or you can always place it in a category, and then when we rethink about it later on, you can move it to the correct category. After thinking about the classification sort, why did you place certain animals into the different categories? What physical and behavioral characteristics did the animals have that helped you decide which category to place them in on the chart? Earlier in the presentation, I mentioned that there were a couple animals that I wasn't sure about where they were going to go on the chart. So think about one of those animals that you weren't really sure if it should be an amphibian or a reptile or placed in some other category. And I want you to think about what physical characteristics did it have that made you a little bit unsure as to where to place it. And then I want you to think about, how is that animal different than the rest of the animals in that group? Share your thinking with a family member or with your teacher on Teams. I'll be back later to talk to you a little bit more about animal classifications, but we'll be signing off for now.